Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience.
We're here for you each and every day. One of the things I want to kick off with is to talk about something I think on the forefront of a lot of people now, and it's stem cell therapy. It's something that it's been researched for 20 years, but now it's more in the mainstream, and it's something that we're seeing a lot more in mainstream practice. And stem cells, there's two different types. You've got mesenchymal stem cells and embryonic stem cells. Now, the embryonic are the ones that were kind of banned. That research and ability to use that in the U.S. was banned. President Bush jumped in and said, we're not going to do that. He didn't want anybody playing God. And so I think it's a kind of a cool thing. I agree with him. But the embryonic stem cells were the ones that everybody got in a big uproar about, right, with ethics. But there's another kind of stem cells that helps to rebuild and repair. We say repair and regenerate tissue. And it's called the mesenchymal stem cells. These little guys can go in there and they can rebuild things like cartilage. They can take a torn tissue and help regenerate it. There has been some studies that have been shown and research that have been shown that it potentially can help repair and regenerate lungs that are damaged, like with COPD. They're finding that people have seen great results with the pancreas, such as in diabetes. So there's a lot of promise with stem cells. And pain is another big one. So you start talking about pain of joints, spinal issues with degeneration of spinal joints, muscles, all of these kind of things. When you start seeing that, that's pretty amazing. Okay, so we're starting to see, even in the clinics that have been around, we have seen amazing, with our lifestyle providers, results with stem cell therapy. All right, so this is just a simple example. Okay, somebody has, maybe take somebody that's in their 60s or 70s and they've got complete degeneration in the knee. If you look on the film, look on X-ray and MRI, you're going to see a joint space that's almost what they call bone on bone. You ever hear people talk about that, having bone on bone? Well, and that's when they start talking about knee replacement, which is a huge surgery. It's massive. Matter of fact, most surgeons will want you to watch some form of video and educational format just to understand what you're undergoing with a complete knee replacement, because it is a big deal. All right. Now, what's interesting, though, is that stem cell therapy, stem cells can give you life back to a joint that's been torn down, because it actually uses your own cells, your own stem cells, to go back in, and it's re-injected. So the stem cells are taken out of the body, usually in the bone marrow or the fat tissue in the body, the adipose tissue as we call it. It's then processed and then what we call spun down, and there's a process to it. And then it's re-injected into the troubled area. Stem cells go in and help to repair and regenerate. So with cartilage, they can help rebuild cartilage. Muscle repairs muscle tissue and can give life. So there was a 65, 70-year-old man in one of our lifestyle provider locations that had almost, it was pretty much bone on bone, and within a 4 to 6 month period, almost had a 1/4 inch regrowth in the joint space, and went back to not just normal activity, but superseded his activity into, levels that when he was in his 30s and 40s. Is that real? It's real. And is it happening? Yes. And they've been doing it in Europe for a long time. It's not like it's some brand new discovery. It's just been the United States and been what they call FDA cleared over, say, the last 5 years or so. So you're starting to see a lot of these pop up, and a lot of people doing really well with them. So stem cell therapy is something that I think is a real viable option for people. Do your research and find places that you can go to and get good information about it. Talk to doctors that are trained in it, that understand it and use it and have been using it in clinical practice. But it's amazing. It really is. And it's something that you should look at for a variety of reasons, because it just brings health. It is a future called regenerative medicine. It's a field. But I really believe it's a huge future in medicine that gives people back quality of life. And that's really what we're about on this show, and really in the style of what I like to teach, is what type of health care can give people higher quality of life. Because at the end of the day, that's what we all need, right? We want to thrive. We want to live well. We want to have good energy. We want to have good relationships. And we want to we want to be able to squeeze everything we can out of every day. And if you have low energy, you feel terrible, you ache and you hurt, then life is just not that much fun. So we want to figure out ways to give you a higher quality of life. That's what we do here on the show, and that's what matters. Stem cell therapy is pretty amazing. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call. Go to the website. Let's get on the phones and talk to Tommy. Hi, Tommy.
I have no cartilage on the outside of each knee. Other than knee replacement, I'm wondering what would be a good, appropriate solution, temporary solution for this.
I think exactly what I'm talking about. Stem cell therapy. I think it's a perfect option. And again, if you need help with that, just let us know and get you somebody that can give you a consultation and just help you. There's a lot of great clinics around the country right now that are doing it. But stem cell therapy is fantastic because you can do things like Halgan, okay? There's hyaluronic acid. You can inject it. It's been approved by Medicare and all that for a long time. But hyaluronic acid is a natural substance. I like it, okay? I really do. I'm a fan of it. I think it works great, but it's temporary. It will go in and create cushioning inside of a joint like a knee, but it wears off in 6 months. You know, it's not something that goes in and repairs the tissue. The thing about stem cells is that when you use stem cells, it goes in and will actually repair and regenerate and rebuild the tissue. And when you do something like that, it's a game changer. When you go in and repair and regenerate the tissue, it is an absolute game changer for what we're talking about. And so with you having, when you say you have no cartilage, let me tell you something, you got a little bit of cartilage on both sides, right? And so all the body needs stem cell wise is to be able to go in and lock in into those areas, and it can really repair and rebuild. And that's the ultimate key. You get in and get the body to do that, you're off and running. And literally, it may take, now here's the thing, 90 days to 6 months before you start even seeing anything. So that's the one thing with stem cells. Like if you get a treatment done, it's not like tomorrow you're going to feel amazing. It's going to take some time. However, those effects are lasting. And the worst case scenario about stem cells is this. People say, well, is it going to hurt me? Well, that's the great thing about it, because a bad surgery can make things worse, right?
This show is designed to provide accurate information of a general nature on the subject matter covered, and given with the understanding that neither the host nor the station is engaged with rendering any form of medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. This information is not approved by the FDA and is not intended to diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure any disease. Always seek the advice of a licensed physician with any question you may have regarding a medical condition.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.